Here's one of Sonny Stitt's jazz courses over a blues walk, a live version I found on YouTube with Dizzy Gillespie. And I have it here in all 12 keys. Have you ever been checking out a tune on YouTube or Spotify, or maybe you have a CD or maybe even an album, and you listen to a lick and you go, man, I want to learn that lick. That's such a cool lick. That lick speaks to me. Well, I did that with this Sonny Stitt chorus. It's actually not a lick. It's a whole chorus, because a chorus is one time through the form of a song. And since the tune Blues Walk is a 12-bar blues, one chorus is 12 measures. So what I'm using is the iReal Pro app, and I set it on blues-jazz so that I can play along. And then I started learning into some different keys. In my opinion, the best way to learn these licks and solos and tunes and whatnot is by ear first, right? You can just kind of painstakingly go one note at a time, and there are a lot of good apps that you can use. The one I like to use is AnyTune, that slows it down, or maybe don't slow it down if the tune's not that fast, and you can isolate just the area or one lick that you want to work on. And then after you've learned the lick by ear, and you can play it by ear, or you've learned a whole solo by ear, or maybe a melody, then go ahead and write it down. And then after you write it down, try to figure out the chord changes. Once you figure out the chord changes and the melody or the solo or lick, what have you, then you can go ahead and analyze and see what the soloist is doing and see what they're up to, and start to steal some of that information, use it for yourself. If you're new to transcribing, try just playing it slow at first, or maybe just try a couple notes. And the best thing to do, or what works for me, is I'll listen to the solo and I'll try to sing the melody back. And maybe I'll get the first two notes and I'll sing the first two notes, and then I'll start hunting and pecking on my horn. Now, it always helps to know what key you're in, and also to know what the chord change is. So if you're new to this, once again, learning chord changes can be kind of difficult. But if you know what key you're in, you can start to hunt and peck and get what the pitches are. So go slowly and methodically, do note by note by note. Don't write anything down. Also, as many of you know, YouTube has a new feature on the videos. If you go to that gear icon, you're able to hit that, and then you can slow the videos down that way. Another good way is to learn in all 12 keys is after you've learned the solo, to go ahead, like this solo, for example, starts on the root or the one. So I'll talk in the key of C for us. So it starts on C, and then it goes C, and then it goes to flat 7, flat 3, and then major third. So it's 1, flat 7, flat 3, major third, G, six. So right. So as I'm going through it, I'll use digital patterns so that I can change it to different keys. So remember, it's 1, flat 7, flat 3, major third, 5, 6. So now I'll do it in the key of D. Right? So there's the beginning in the key of D. 1, flat 7, flat 3, major third, 5, 6. I'm not a singer, obviously. I'm not quite in pitch, but you get the idea. And then you can kind of go through it that way. And the more you do this, the more you won't have to use those, and you just use your ear, and all of a sudden your fingers and your ear are leading you to the right place. You can find Sonny Stitt's chorus on a blues walk at my website, jefflewistrumpet.com/jazzbook, and I wrote it out on all 12 keys. And I did that for some people. They're more visual than oral learners, or maybe you play alto sax and you don't want to play it in C and you want to start in a different key. And you can check your work that way and look at the different keys that way. Be sure to subscribe when you get to my website. And once you do that, you can download 11 scales for jazz improvisation. And it's all free. So hopefully this was fun. Check it out, and we'll catch you next time.